When was the last time you took a break, bro? When was the last time you took a break to pause and reflect, to stop and to reflect upon what you've been doing in this grind? Maybe you've been wanting to get the subscribers, make that money, get your grades, get that promotion or that career, right? And you've been working hard, you've been consistent, you've been doing all the things that you've been doing. But when was the last time you actually distanced yourself from the work? And I recently did this for myself. I recently stopped uploading long form videos and a little bit of short form because I asked myself, am I actually doing what's right? Or am I just feeding the wheel of work, hustle culture, this and that, and help people, gain subscribers. Each subscriber shows how many people you've helped, bro. I actually asked myself the question is when was the last time I took a break? When I wasn't worrying about the analytics, when I wasn't worrying about what video I should make, when I wasn't looking for content and stuff. When was the actual time I distanced myself from creating content? And I think this is a question you should ask yourself, man. Maybe you've been working on your goals. So the past year, you've been working on your goals. You've been going at it. But when was the last time you stopped? And I'm not saying that you should quit. That's what I'm not saying. I'm saying the analogy I can give you is that you're driving a car and you're going to your goals, which is the destination. And what I mean by taking a break is that you didn't turn back, you didn't make a U-turn, you didn't change the goal and you're going to South Africa, now you're going to Zambia. No. All I'm asking is, did you slow down and go on the side of the road and get out and smell the roses and feel the fresh air instead of putting yourself full throttle? When was the last time you took a break? When is the last time you took a break, bro? I think you should ask yourself that question, because I know it sounds wrong in a way. It sounds very, very wrong, because the whole self-improvement work, hustle culture, even myself, I'm not excluding myself, we have perpetuated this thing of being consistent 100% of the time, 365. But we never really talk about how tunnel visioned you can become when you're doing this thing. How much you can forget about the lessons you learn by being an ordinary human being. There's no more insights that you get from being a degenerate from once in a while. We always want to perpetuate that you have to be this machine that can work. But then the funny thing is that you're gonna continue hitting this invisible wall where you're trying your best but you're not seeing the results that you want, and you never know why. And that's the realization that I came to when I took a break from content, man. I was posting 3 times a day, once or twice long form videos per week, post shorts, post your TikTok reels, and I was seeing results, but I wasn't getting the ones that I actually wanted. And I was being patient, but then I realized that I'm doing this whole game very wrong. I'm thinking about the action instead of the intention, instead of the attention that is required for me to succeed. That's a whole esoteric lesson on itself. But the point is bro, take a break. Take a break. Stop the car. Breathe in some fresh air. Evaluate what you've been doing. And ask yourself, have I been doing the right things? Have I been doing the things that are actually getting me to my goals quite quickly? And if not, what needs to change? And goodbye, Kaizen. As you can see, a strand of my hair is actually white. What? It's the reflection of the light. A strand of my hair is actually white, bro. Fuck me. Loki becoming Geralt the Witcher. Anyways.